Today I'm taking myself on a cozy solo date to Color Me Mine, to paint pottery, unwind, reflect, chit-chat a lot if you've met me. And if you've been thinking about romanticizing your own life or trying a solo date like this is your sign.
Here at Color Me Mine, I just pulled up. I don't know why I just all of a sudden got a little nervous that I didn't call ahead. I did check and make sure, and it said reservations for big parties. Hold on. Here, I've got my bag ready. I brought brush for my bangs, my iPad, a charger, my water bottle. I love these silicone things because it makes your water bottle quieter if you accidentally bang it on a table or something. I got a hair tie in case I need it. This is where you guys are going to be sitting. I'm going to be hiding you out. We're on the phone today because no chance I could bring my big camera, but you guys have been really good girls. Decided let's go bring you on a field trip, take you out of the house. I have been here before, so I do have a slight advantage. I know you pick out a pottery piece, they have like prices, so we'll go browse. I don't know what kind of piece I want to do. I was thinking beforehand because I brought my iPad in case I wanted to scroll Pinterest, but I kind of really am feeling flowers. I had flowers in my bedroom as a kid, and flowers seem easy to paint. I got my flower bag. Let's go. It doesn't seem to be too busy. There's not very many cars. I don't think anyone's in there, I hope. I don't know. Let's go. Why am I nervous?
I made it in safely and I'm here showing you the stuff on the shelf. Let's talk about that real quick because we can talk more when I sit down. I did set my stuff down, but when you first are walking in, you're greeted by a lady. I'm not filming her because that's weird. I don't want to film the people in the store or any of the workers, so don't worry, none of you got filmed. But I did want to show you all this beautiful pottery so you can pick anything you want. You do have a studio fee. When I walked in, she walks you through the stuff. She says, have you been here before? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I don't really remember exactly everything. So she's like, okay, pick out what you want, sit down, pick anywhere you want. I don't have any reservations. And I did walk in. I was like, hi, I don't have a reservation, but it's just one. Do you guys have availability? She goes, oh, yeah. And she like opens up her book. She goes, yeah, there's nobody coming in tonight. You can sit anywhere you want. And then she asked if I had been there, blah, blah, blah. I went and looked, and this probably actually took me the longest amount of time. I'm not going to lie, because I cannot explain to you how many goodies there were. Everything was just catching my eye. There were so many fun shapes. Now, I was starting to decide, okay, I'm really looking at these dishware and the usable things, because when you put it in the kiln, like when they fire it, look at how cool this bowl is with the rounded edges, or a coffee cup, or they had little margarita cups, or a plate you could customize. But honestly, I just really was having the hardest time wanting to do the decorational things because I felt like I could just pick those up at the store. You know what I'm saying? But then I was like, what the hell is this rack? I don't remember this the last time I was here. There was literally a little camping pot. I don't know if you... a bowl. So I don't know if you cook with it. Probably not. But it looked fun to have like a soup out of, or a chili or something. There was so many vases. You saw those a minute ago. There's so many cute Easter things. There was Mother's Day items. This little Dunkin' mug so you can put a cookie. If you have a Keurig, they had K-cup pod holders. I love when people do stuff like this, like really detailed, intricate things. And they have so many ways to help you too. They were showing me the cool things. They had one of these left, a little coffee pour over set. I was like, ooh, I don't even use that, but I want it. Now, this is the one exception. This is the decorational stuff. I was like, ooh, what about a light switch? Or the photo frame was really cool. I've never seen those before. And in a minute, I'm going to show you a freaking light. The light almost had me. And this teapot, I was like, ooh, but I have 2 teapots. I don't need any more teapots. So I did not do the teapot. And I also knew I could not do that. I did not want to be there for 4 hours. I will say, if you're really naturally talented at just drawing things on, it's going to be way easier. If not, maybe bring a little inspiration. I had no inspiration. Like I said, I was thinking maybe some flowers. So I was looking around, seeing if there's anything. I actually literally did see this flower coin bank, but there was all these little figurines. And again, I was like, oh, maybe if I was a kid or something. But then the piggy banks, I was like, I could start saving my quarters, but I didn't need it. But I was like, the ice cream cone. But then I was like, well, what about those ice cream cone bowls? Because I did want to make a bowl for like ice cream or some small things. There was freaking wands. I did not see these. So the last time I was here, I'm pretty sure I made a yarn bowl for my crochet, which I'll show you later. Don't worry. But they had different options of bowls this time. They had they called them, I think it was chopstick bowls, but you could use some of them for yarn bowls. But they had really cool pots for like your plants. They had all these cool, the little double teapot. They had, I just can't even explain to you how hard it was because I wanted to do multiple things, but then I was like, well, you're going to have to actually be the one to paint them all. So maybe just like chill out. Oh, here's the light. There was only one left and it said good vibes. I like good vibes. Yes. I'm not sure if I like the word good vibes enough to put it on a sign, but this margarita cup on the very far left was really cute. And I figured after it goes in the kiln, you could drink anything out of it. It'd be kind of cool to drink out of a ceramic margarita cup. Newsflash, I didn't do it. The little bunnies, though, I was like, well, it's almost, when you guys see this, it's the day after Easter. So
Happy late 420 Easter. This is the best place to go for any holiday. They always have the perfect items according to the holidays and upcoming themes.
This one was like a little suspicious, but really cool. I thought about this way too late, so I'll give you an idea. Look at this cool pail. Imagine if you put you painted it really beautiful. You could do bumblebees. You could do anything you want. They even had like letters. You could do your name, your family's last name or something. I don't know what you want, but you could put your utensils in it for cooking. These eggs caught my eye. I almost did one of those too, but I was like, well, I really feel like I could find this somewhere cheaper, to be honest. Plus, if you're going to be doing something for a birthday or Mother's Day or a holiday, make sure to come in advance. It says it only takes 10 days, but mine, I got told 12 days, so make sure you're doing things way ahead of time. And then once you pick your item, you go, I picked this little teeny tiny bowl. I found the small one, but there was an even smaller size actually that I showed you a second ago, and it was more expensive, so I was like, well, let me do the bigger bowl because I could paint more stuff on it. So there's even this little paper that tells you, okay, this is what you do, blah, 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 but she came over and she even gave me the rundown and told me more stuff, which I'm glad because some of the stuff went over my head and I had to go ask her questions, and they were so kind and nice and helpful. So here's a little overview. These paint pens are the ones that you only have to do once that you saw above. These are the stencils. I did not use any of these, but there were so many cool options. If you have something that you really want, you could call ahead, I guess, and see, oh, do you guys have this stencil? Because I think the stencil would make things a lot easier, and maybe that's how they get a bunch of the cool designs. These ones are cool though because you only have to do one coat, so you do those very last. They had some really cool examples everywhere, and I swear everything they were holding their little paint brushes with or whatever, they were making them. Because even while you're painting, you kind of, oops, sorry, I showed a little bit of her body. I didn't mean to do that. But the workers are painting. And I'm assuming that's where all the stuff that you're seeing is coming from. Here's the silk screens. I thought these were really cool. These are the one thing that she did say that they would have to help you with. And I low-key just really didn't want to have help. But I thought they were kind of fun. So I was looking through them like, maybe I could. But then I was like, no, I kind of just want to be left alone and paint. And honestly, they were so kind and they helped you if you needed it. But they really didn't bother you at all. So if you're thinking about going on a solo date, but you're scared, don't be. I promise the scariest part for me was actually filming because no one looks at you. Everyone's so in their own world. Everyone's not even worried about anyone but themselves. I'm just over here filming. No one was even looking at me. Actually, I did have a little kid come up and talk to me thinking I was a worker, I think. I don't know. She was really cute and sweet, so it was fine. But then I found these stickers, and I was like, okay, wait. She did say you just stick the stickers on, paint over them, and peel it off. I was like, that'd be kind of cool to just have like a natural color. That's what I was assuming. I hope that's how it worked because that's what I did. So I was like, okay, I stole one of those little, and I didn't steal it. She said I could take it. I grabbed one of those flower stickers. And then she was like, okay, you can grab a paint palette, grab as many colors as you want. She said you could grab as many paint palettes as you wanted. I knew I wanted that beautiful like green as the base color. And she also did warn me, do not trust the bottles at all. The bottles are not the correct color. You're going to have to go off the tile color. And I'm glad I took this video because I ended up going back and watching it because after sitting there for a while, I did need a refill. And I was like, wait, which pink was that? Because the bottle and the tiles do not match. So I'm really glad I took a video. If you're going, maybe write it down. That'd be a smart idea. Anyways, so I'm getting my little station set up. Here's my flower sticker I was telling you guys about. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a foreshadowing. I stuck this down really good because I was really nervous, right? I'm like, oh my God, please work. I really want it to work. I really, really, really don't want it to come up. Yeah, how the hell are you going to get it to come up after it paints? Well, follow along to figure out how we're going to do this because I'm not really sure right now. We got it stuck down and I was kind of like, oh, wait, I like this natural and black. Should I do that? I was like, no, I just like the colors. I really want to do a bunch of colors. And then I was going to do even more colors after this with maybe the paint pen. So I was like, let's just get into it. And then I couldn't even remember for a second. I was like, is this watercolor? Do you mix it with water? I don't know why the hell I thought that. I didn't, thank God. I just was like, okay, no, this is a glaze, Savannah. You're at pottery class. But it smelled fishy. I got hit with an overwhelming smell of fish. And I was like, oh my God, I know it's not me, but like, is it? Thank God nobody caught me doing that. Ooh, I don't know. Something might be wrong with me, but it's okay because I'm surviving. But I hate bad smells so much, but I sniff everything. Before I eat anything, before I look at anything, before I buy, I'm a sniffer. I sniff everything on accident. I don't know if it's on purpose. I don't know if it's subconsciously. I'm a sniffer. And now I'm rambling because this is stressing me out talking to you about it. But just because bad smells are always frightening to me, I'm like, is that me? What the hell? And then immediately I just smelled the bowl. I was like, it's the glaze. The glaze smells like dead fish. It smells like you're gone fishing and it's just a stinky lake. Let's watch me paint for a second. I'm going to paint on the first glaze. Now, you do have to do 3 coats, and they do dry semi-fast. I don't know about everyone else, but for me, I'm a messy person, okay? Like, I'm getting into it. If we're going to a pottery class, I'm getting my hands dirty. If we're going to a potting class, like we're potting plants, I'm getting into it, okay? Whatever we do, I'm going to get into it. Now, I went through this pretty fast, even though I filled it up in that little section, and I was like, wait, I actually don't even know if that section's for paint, but I liked it better because it's a lot bigger than those little holes. So I went back, got myself a little refill, and then I was like, all right, let's go on to our second coat. Now, I think in the future, if I were to do this, I would just do the inside, 1, 2, 3, let it dry, and then flip the bowl over. I figure it out eventually as it goes on, but I'm just giving you guys the tips and tricks that I wish I would have known. Now, I do think knowing in advance an idea would have been helpful because I thought of, oh my God, I should have put my name in my bowl. Like, imagine they had those stickers. I could have put Savannah on the outside or on the inside. You can write cereal, make it Ray Dunnish. I'm just joking. Don't do that. You can do that. You can do whatever you want. It's your bowl. You're paying for it. Now, the thing is, this is a $16 bowl. I don't know if you heard me say there is a $10 studio fee, so it's going to be $16. No, it's not. What the hell kind of math is that? It's going to come out to be $26, right? So it's going to be okay, but you're going to want to take your time and make it worth it because this is not a cheap activity unless you do go on Tuesdays. I know they have 2 for Tuesdays, which you get in 2 for the price of 1. So you $10 for 2 people, $5 each. It's a little bit better. Sometimes if you bring in like canned food or you wear pajamas. I really like this place. It's not too far from my house. So I just was like, you know what? Let's come here one night, drive. And I'm actually really glad I did because I was really nervous before I came in because I was like, well, I don't know. What if I was more worried about what other people thought of me, let's be honest. And that's the dumbest shit ever. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that right now, but we're going to get for real because this is my YouTube channel and I'm honest here with you guys because we're going to grow together. At least I'm growing and I hope you are too. But with the growth today, I realized that no one gives a shit about anyone but themselves. I low-key already knew that. No, I don't know why I'm speaking like this. Maybe because I'm getting a little nervous, but I really already did know that. But in reality, you're your biggest op. You are your biggest opponent. You are your biggest enemy. And you need to end up being your biggest lover, your best friend, and your truest everything as well. Because if you're going to be your number one hater in your head and create all these terrible scenarios where people are hating you or being negative or gross, you also need to be your number one fan, supporting yourself and telling yourself how great you are and how much you can do and how you can fix this and how you can keep on going. Because it's really honestly the only way that you're going to get through this life. That's what I've realized, at least. It's incredible to have family, friends, and community that we can lean on. That's really important. I don't want you to go isolate yourself and be lonely. That's really sad and scary. Don't do that. But the number one person at the end of the day that you need to be able to rely on is yourself. So being able to take myself on a little date should not be a big deal, y'all. Now, I really mostly was worried about recording, but deep down, if you want to record something, no one gives a shit, y'all. Record the TikToks, record the videos. No one's looking at you. I went and hid this corner, and I didn't even think about the fact that my camera face would be just out facing everyone that walked by, so they could just see, oh, she's recording. But guess what? No one walked by. Well, actually, some workers did, but no one really cared. So it's really not a big deal. You're probably your biggest op. And if you're not, if you're actually getting hate and there's terrible people out there, I want you to know it's probably projection, okay? I know I do have a younger audience sometimes watching some of these videos, so I do want to talk to you directly and say, those people spewing hate at you, don't let those voices come in your head. Don't turn those into your voices. But number one, you need to know that that's them. That's how they're speaking to themselves. I actually don't even want to imagine. It's probably worse in their own head, but they hate themselves, okay? You don't want advice from them, so you don't want bad judgments from them as well. Keep going. You're doing great, and I'm proud of you. Now look at this bowl, you guys. I love this little stopper. Not a stomper, but it was just basically a little sponge on a stick. They had huge sponges to do texture, she was saying. Honestly, the supplies were a little overwhelming. There was so many good options. The paintbrushes, there were some crusty, so just go through, dig, find a big one you want. I went back a couple times, found some smaller. Yeah, you can see me going back, finding a smaller one to make some even smaller flowers. I will say, if you are like, oh, I want to make a hungry caterpillar and some fruit, or oh my gosh, I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen for you, because before I went, I was like, maybe I need some inspiration. I'm a little nervous. I was honestly just pushing back how quick I was going to go. Like, I was just putting off going because I was a little nervous. So I'm scrolling Pinterest, looking through some ideas that I didn't even use or look at, whatever. It's fine. They were so cute, little fruit bowls, and they kind of reminded me of when I was a child and I had all these bowls that were in the shape of basketballs and golf balls and all sorts of different athletic balls, but they're fruits, and I thought that was even cuter, and I was like, oh, but I couldn't pick one. I was like, I would literally have to make like 4 different fruits right now because I loved them all so much. So if someone makes them, you should tag me in it. I would love to see that. Or you and all your friends go and make them, and then if you're roommates or something, this would be a cute roommate activity. Make some dishware that you all could use. Oh my god, if you're in college and you can afford Color Me Mine, go. I know some people in college are broke and some people in college are rich. So if you're rich, maybe pay for all of your friends to go. That would be so nice of you, and you guys could all have fun dishware. Oh, I love that. And then the paint pens too. I asked her this, and I'm an idiot because it even says it on the paper. I was like, oh, well, I think I'm done. What do I do now? She's like, well, did you write your name on it? I was like, So you're supposed to write your name with the paint pen at the very bottom, or your initials, or if you're giving it to someone as a gift, you can write their name or some sort of signifying thing. So I started painting like a heart eventually when I flipped it over. Oh, and I wanted to, okay, so I was like deciding here. I was like, should I or shouldn't I leave the outside plain and just have like a fairy spring flower explosion in the center? Because I just love fairies. I love flowers. And I was like, it's kind of boring. I don't really want a boring outside. I want a flower bowl. So I was like, all right, we're just maybe going to do like a little less, but still a solid explosion. And I kind of wanted them to melt. So I had some of the flowers literally go over the rim because I couldn't decide. Should I do, you know how people do like pretty gold brushed rims or different darker color? I was going to do that at first. And then I was like, I just want the flowers to literally overflow like a waterfall. So I just flowed them through. And then when I flipped it over finally, this is why I told you in the beginning, I wish I would have just waited and gone 3 coats, flipped it, because I ended up having to do another coat. Once I flipped it, I saw some streaks and some pieces that I had missed, but it's okay because I decided to do like a coral hot pink bottom. You know, like how Louboutin has their red bottoms. I got a pink bottom, baby. But I did make a little mistake and some of it smeared, but don't worry about it. Some of it, they say 1 coat is transparent, 2 is light, 3 is a solid color. So in the end on this outside, I also decided to get a little creative. You'll see in a second. I have my second palette here. I have some different colors, shades of pink, and I'm mixing those babies, okay? So we're gonna do 1 solid layer, just the exact same as the inside to kind of make it cohesive and match. We're gonna grab the corals, and then we're also eventually gonna grab whites and all these different shades and literally layer them on the outside, and I'll eventually go back and add dimension on the inside too. But I was like, did I actually do too thick of layers and flip it over and make it all run? So I had to hurry and flip it back over, double check. No, they were good. So this side, I was like, just do thin layers, and the flowers dried even faster, and I was done even quicker this time. Remember last time it looks completely different, and I was like, wait a second. I don't even know what my bowl looks like. So I'm kind of excited. It's kind of going to be a reveal for us both, because truthfully at this point, what color is my bowl? Is it going to be the wall behind us? You know what I'm saying? Like I have my ideas, I have my wants, but I got this white chalky light colors in my head, and the lavender color I picked is coming off as this straight up blue. There's no blue in my bowl. You might be like, oh, she put blue. No, I didn't put blue anywhere. This is purple. And it's kind of weird that the glaze, I believe is what it's called, goes like this, but it's fine. Oh, I was saying earlier and I forgot to, I don't know. Sorry, I got a little distracted, but I do get a little messy, okay? You could probably come out of here with clean hands, but it's really not a big deal. You just wash it off with water. I like to literally, you could see, accidentally finger paint. She didn't recommend that. No one told me to do that. I don't know why I did that. I didn't even realize I was doing that till I watched this footage back. Also, if you catch me talking to someone, no, I'm not. I'm literally talking to myself. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. There's no words coming out when I play it back, but I'm moving my mouth and there's some chittering. And it's okay, you guys. Honestly, nobody cared, and I'm pretty sure it's normal. I think even at the grocery store I actually talked to myself. Sometimes you just move your mouth too. Sometimes I counted. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting my little flower petals. No one gives a shit. Let it be known, okay? However, I will say this was actually almost very therapeutic and fun because the glaze is kind of forgiving. But if you are painting something super detailed, like imagine my cherub on my shirt, imagine you wanted to paint that, you would need a lot of talent and patience, because it's not just painting it once. You have to paint it thrice. Once, twice, thrice. Literally, you have to paint it 3 times. Because the first time, it's just like a light hint of nothing if you put it in the oven. Is it an oven? It's a kiln. If you put it in the kiln. The second time, it's just like a hint of cherub. The third time, and it's kind of hard to get, they are a little runny to get them to go perfectly over one another. Or maybe I was being impatient, not letting it dry. I don't know. They don't give you that detailed of instructions. I think that's why I'm not the one doing the kiln work. I'm going to end up leaving it here. You'll see later, but I think that's why they have you fill out that little paper, because they're like, okay, it should only take 10 days. They have you leave your address, your phone number. We'll call you. We'll text you. Newsflash. At this time I'm filming this, I hate to admit this, but this voiceover, I have not gotten it yet. I'm hopeful by the time you're seeing this, it's edited and uploaded with a finished product. If not, you have to follow along and I will post it later, but it's okay either way. Look at this cute ass dog. When I saw this one, I was like, oh my God, that has to be the screens, huh? The dogs and the cats. I was like, why didn't I do the screens? I was like, no, you did the sticker. It's okay. The sticker's really going to be cool. Then I was like, wait, is it? Because I did a little bit lighter pink in the center with the green on the outside. I don't know why I did that. I just did, and I didn't imagine it in my head before. So that's the thing about me. I'm kind of maybe accidentally perfectionist, so I like to imagine, perfect, do things. But I just let myself go wild and free and have fun and not care, and it's a lot better. If you're going to come in here and criticize yourself, don't. That's terrible. That's boring. Don't even come. That's just not a good time. I hope you come, have a good time, be free, because at the end of the day, when they put that top coat on, everything ends up looking a lot better. It's just pretty. It's really cute, and it's going to be fun and unique, and it's one of a kind. It's something that you made. It's something you can pass down forever, and it's fabulous. If it ends up ever in a thrift store too, it's no matter what it is, I would guarantee someone's probably going to buy it. And I saw little kids in there painting cute ass statues. They were so excited to put in their room. If you're having a hard time getting your kid to save money, I don't know why I talk about kids a lot. I don't have any kids. I don't know why. Someone did ask that in one of my comments, so I was going to tell you guys, yes, I have no children. Mr. Bones is my only child. But if you have children and you're trying to get them to save their money, I was really good at it. I had a piggy bank. They had piggy banks here that you could make. That would actually really make me want to save it. I did see someone say that every year they get a piggy bank and then they smash it. I never did that. I literally just would open the little hole, but you do you, boo-boo. Did you guys ever watch Honey Boo Boo growing up? I loved Honey Boo Boo. And I saw someone say, oh, I miss the Honey Boo Boo era. And I commented on TikTok. I was like, oh, I really miss the Honey Boo Boo era too. And then I realized, I did comment this. What the hell? I commented, oh, I really miss the Honey Boo Boo era too, except for I don't think Honey Boo Boo does. Because let's be real, I really don't think Alana does. Is her name Elena? Alana? Alana doesn't. Okay, but I did learn on that show that you throw noodles at the wall. I don't do that, don't worry. And that you can just eat a raw hot dog. I love hot dogs. If you guys ever come to Utah, you should get a J-Dog. I literally love their sweet sauce. I probably should just buy a bottle of it and make my own. But they slice and scour their dogs in this beautiful roll. It's just so lovely. Anyways, I don't know why I'm chatting about hot dogs while painting flowers. We're just versatile here. Also, it's almost dinner time for me, and so I'm just getting kind of hungry, I guess. Okay, don't be a hater. Now, I didn't even tell you about it, but we're onto it. I was using the white for the center because I just wanted a little bit of a lighter center, not the green coming through necessarily, but I did only 1 and 2 layers of it because I wanted it transparent. So I went and got the paint pens for the little teeny tiny ones because my brush was way too big. And I used that for the center. So I was like, oh, those ones will be bright. So then I just started adding highlights. I have no clue what they're going to look like in comparison to the colors or anything. So it was just kind of winging it. And I was trying to blend it with the brush, make it so it wasn't super harsh lines. Kind of like when I do makeup. That's kind of how I paint. But I know that when I have an image that I'm referencing, I do a lot better. So if you're the same, maybe you should do that. Watching this back, I think it's going to be cute. I don't know. I was kind of just vibing, hanging out. Literally, they were playing good music there. I didn't even have to put my AirPods in or anything. They were just having a good time. Everyone's just in the zone there. It's just not too loud of music, not too loud of people. Everyone's just calm, very good and zen energy. Everyone's just in their own world too. I kind of really love it there. I wish I could just be a baller and make all of my own dishware here. That would be so cool. Okay, now this is me looking over and being like, is this the final product? Also, I was kind of waiting for it to dry a little bit because when it dries down, the colors do get a lot lighter. That's how you can see through if there's streaks or paint marks. They give you these big sponges to sponge off any extra or anything, but look at her. Oh my God. I made this with my very own hands, and I'm honestly so proud and impressed. I really am just so excited to get her back, but I need to take this sticker off. I'm realizing, oh, shit, and the paint's still kind of wet all over it, so I'm just let's just keep looking. There was a couple little spots, empty holes that I went through with the paint pens and just filled in a couple small flowers for fun, but I thought, I don't know why it kind of gives me, fruity pebbles. I don't know if it's going to completely change the energy when it gets glazed, but I'm so excited to see if any of my predictions are right or wrong. Oh, wait, at this very second, I'm reminded of the Jerf Avenue robe. You know the fruit robe that all those cute girlies on TikTok have? I feel like this kind of looks like that. Maybe I subconsciously did that. I'm not sure. But I did end up having to walk up, kind of like the walk of shame and be like, hey. Because I just felt like I was interrupting even though they did not make me feel that way. Because they were in the zone painting and their shit was incredible. I wanted to be like, hey, can I film you? But I didn't want to be annoying, so I literally didn't say shit. I just enjoyed it with my own eyes. If you want to enjoy with your own eyes, you should go to a Color Me Mine. And the workers might be painting magnificent art pieces there. Anyways, I said, hey, girl, how do I get the sticker up? And she was like, oh, this, and she literally was using the X-Acto knife. Can I say that? The exact tool that I needed. She handed it to me, and ba-boom! When I took it off, I cannot tell you the relief and the excitement I felt. I was like, oh my God, I don't know how, I don't know why, but this is gonna just tie it all together. It's just gonna make it all perfect with the white centers and all the colors and the flowing. And then I was getting a little overwhelmed by the mess, so I was like, okay, let me just clean up. And I messed up my bottom because earlier I tried to draw a little heart because I wanted the bottom to be pink, yes, but I wanted a little hidden heart underneath my name, and I smudged it, so it's okay. I was like, well, I'll just paint it on with my pen. I did, and then I smudged it again. So I had to go back over it, and I was like, let me just do my initials. So I did my initials, and then I did some polka dots too, and it ended up actually working, so I'm very happy about that. I really did take my sweet time because quite a few groups came in and out in the time that I was in here, but I would like to say it's definitely a very female-oriented space. There's not a lot of men, and it's a very high positive energy. I really love it. And this is what my workstation looked like, and I just wanted to show it off. The very last second, accidentally touched the shit before I was done with it, but it dries pretty fast, honestly, and the time that I was there, it ended up drying. And here's my masterpiece. Let's enjoy a little fun photo shoot I had with it before it went, because I have heard horror stories where certain people's have cracked or gotten ruined and they haven't gotten them back, and knock on wood, I really hope that's not me, never me, because I honestly still haven't gotten it back, but it's okay. It hasn't been the 12 days yet, so I'll still give it time. It'll be okay. And then when you're done, you're just going to walk up to the front. You'll probably already have your little paper filled out. They'll take it. You're going to pay them, and then they're going to tell you how many days until you're getting your next. I did it. Okay. Sad news, they said 12 days. It said 10 days, but
I'm back in the car. Let's chit chat now because there was music, so I knew I was gonna have to do a voiceover. My total came out to $28 with tax. I did tip them because they were very helpful to me. You can do silk screens and stickers and all sorts of stuff, and they can help you with them. I should have done a silk screen. Those were really cool, but I didn't really want to look through them. I just kind of had more fun painting. My hands, I did at the very last second dip my hand in paint, but it's okay. It'll all wash off technically, so this would be so fun for your whole family to bring kids. I don't know if you guys heard me saying, I don't know if I included it. She said 12 days. She said give us 12 days. If we don't hear anything, call back. That's almost 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to update you guys later, but before this video ends, since I do want to show you some finished products, I'm gonna go and gather and show you all of the stuff that I've made from Color Me Mine before, and I'll grab you Preston's. I had the hardest time picking because there were so many good things, but I will say the reason I didn't do that fun ass giant Easter egg or any decorative stuff is because I felt like I could just go to the store and do that at home easier, because you don't have to kiln. If you want it glazy and shiny, you have to have a kiln, but you don't have to. Technically, I could just go get an egg and paint it at home. Also, there was a $10 studio fee plus whatever price you saw when we were shopping around. It was really fun. The girls were so nice and helpful. They were so sweet, but they leave you alone, and everyone's painting. So like they're busy painting, and if anyone's in there, they're busy painting. No one's really looking at you. Kind of is hard to choose. So if you go in there with an idea, it'll take less time of what you're gonna do, but give yourself a lot of fun time. And there's dry time, so there's music playing, but if you want to bring yourself a little snack or some water, that's fun. Let's fast forward and show you some of those fun products. I love you. Thank you so much for coming.
bad news is I have not received a call.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about.
Go back, let me show you really quickly. When we were there together one time, we did bowls. This is Preston's. He did this cool ass basketball bowl. It kind of reminds me just like the ones I was showing you earlier from my childhood. He didn't have them. I did ask when we made them. But then the inside's like a birthday party explosion. I love when people do birthday plates that they use for their kids. I don't know, all his little happy faces. There's literally no space left behind. I think it looks really good. Then he copied me and he did an ocean mug too. He did Patrick Star in Bikini Bottom, and I was kind of jealous. So I did like the deep dark ocean fading with like splashing ocean waves into the light sky. And then I just did a brown coffee mug inside, and then I put a sun, and he helped me because I was getting a little frustrated, and added all these cool, like, they almost remind me of pineapple stripes. They're like triangles throughout it. I love it. I think it's really cute. And it's really fun to drink out of. I do prefer the mouth feel of this one more. So if you were to buy some, I would say get this one. But I did like that this one was smooth, not honeycomb. Just a thought. My yarn bowl. I love it. I love when I get to use this. I love when I crochet. It's just personalized. And you could give anything that someone uses. You could give them if they're a popcorn eater or a coffee drinker or a K-cup, or find something that someone loves. Go check their Pinterest board and then make it for them. That is the most thoughtful, personalized, perfect gift. One of a kind. Love it. I'm going to go do that. Maybe Mother's Day or someone's birthday or something. But I love using this. And if someone made me one, that would be even cuter, because I know that every day, like, they put their all thought, heart, love into it. But I did a blue bottom, lime green. I'm pretty sure this might even be the same bowl size, and this might be the color. So kind of giving an idea. But
Anyways, I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to see it for the final of this video, but that's okay. That just means you get to subscribe, like, and follow, and I will show you as soon as it's done. You'll be seeing more of me, don't you dare worry. I really deeply realized in there that if you look at someone, you're like, oh, you feel bad for them being alone. The only problem is actually you. You should probably be grateful, like, oh, I'm so grateful I get to hang out with my best friend, if that's what you're thinking, like they're not with their best friend. Because I was having the time of my life, and I don't think no one looked at me funny. I don't even think anyone I don't even think anyone looked at me. No one even looked at me, okay? So just go do whatever you want. And this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. If you like this type of shit, and subscribe. I'm so happy I got to bring you with me. I don't know why I was so nervous. It ended up being so fun and so easy. I'm hungry. Let's go eat. I didn't even stop for dinner, and I missed you too! And my guy is so excited. He's losing his marbles for me. I missed you. He's sniffing me. He's going crazy. You're going crazy. Ah, you're going crazy. Oh, are you okay? He just slipped. And we wipe it. Wipe that smell. Wipe your smell all over me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you too.